Hi guys. I know I said I would post a singles battle, but I had such a good match, this good VGC match, and I figured this would be better than the singles match because it was really good. But anyways, this is a match I had against Kaneziken. We had it a couple nights ago. He was home and he's like, "Hey, let's VGC," and we had like 4 or 5 VGC teams, so we brought all of them and we just played. And this was honestly the best battle of the night, probably the most intense battle as well. I know I'm using rain and I hate rain with a passion, but it was just such a good battle and I wanted to show you guys it. But the only problem I really did see on his team was the Lickalicky, because for those of you who don't know, Lickalicky's Dream World ability this generation is Cloud 9, and since Lickalicky's relatively bulky, it's not such a bad idea to run Cloud 9, especially for VGC where weather is such a huge threat, especially rain teams, because you know Swift Swim and Drizzle are a thing. So anyways, let's just jump right into the match here. He's going to lead out with his Thunderous Eye, as I'm going to lead out with my Kingdra and my Politoed. And obviously Cloud 9 from Lickalicky is going to kick in, so my rain is nullified. So I don't want to stay in and potentially take a T-Wave. That Kingdra is a sub-lum Kingdra, but still I didn't want it burning through my Lumberry so quickly. So that's why I switched down to my Crest here, just in case he did want to T-Wave that thing. I wouldn't mind Crest being T-Waved. But he's going to go for the Protect with his Thunderous, as I'm going to go for Protect with my Politoed, because I just did not want to take a T-Bolt. As he shows me right there, his Lickalicky is running me first, which can definitely be a problem, especially for Kingdra, because if I end up going for Dragon Pulse and he ends up going for me first, he can definitely take me out, because me first also adds in Stab to it, because I believe it increases the move's power by 1.5, so technically it's like a Stab Dragon Pulse. But anyways, drops a T-Bolt on my Politoed because I am specially defensive. I will be able to take that, and I will get my Citrus Berry. As this turn, I am going to go for an Icy Wind with my Cresselia, and not only that, but this Politoed is carrying Ice Beam, and I went for Ice Beam on his Thunderous because ultimately this thing was going to be a problem because it can T-Wave my my Swift Swimmers, even though Kingdra does have a Lumberry. That could still be a problem. But he's going to go for the Toxic here on my Crest with his Lickalicky, which is kind of rare because you don't really see status affecting moves like this much in VGC. And this is probably one of the few effective ways to take down a Crest, but again, because status moves are so rare, barring T-Wave and Sleep, it's just most people don't carry it. But I'm going to go for Protect because I didn't want to take another T-Bolt, and I could potentially kill it off with an Icy Wind, as he's going to go for Protect with his Lickalicky. And he brings in his Cresselia, and believe it or not, this one Icy Wind is actually going to play a huge role into the next turn, because his Cresselia is now at -1, which means my Politoed is able to outspeed it. And because of that, I believe I am going to go for the T-Wave this turn on his Lickalicky with my Cresselia. Because even though Lickalicky is already really slow, the chance of a para happening is always welcomed in my book. So that's pretty much the only reason I went for T-Wave. And this is where that Icy Wind drop comes into play. Because of that, I will be able to go for the Toxic. I will be able to get a Toxic off on his Cresselia. And he will not be able to outspeed me, meaning now my Politoed will die after the combination of a Psychic and a Body Slam. So unfortunately, I do lose my Politoed, which isn't such a huge deal because Politoed's main purpose and only purpose on this team is to set up rain. And not only that, but Toxic for Cresselia as well. And geez, there's so many after-turn effects well with the Toxic and whatnot, especially in doubles where, you know, so many things, just everything has to get leftovers and Toxic and such. But anyways, I'm going to bring in my Kingdra here because I figured, because he showed me first, I'm figuring he's going to go with that with his Lickalicky. So I figured this would be my safest opportunity to get up a sub. And like I said before, this is a sub-lum Kingdra, and personally, I think this is the most potent form of Kingdra in doubles. Just because you have to break the sub, and with only having one weakness, it's already hard to do. And in the rain, it outspeeds most of them. But he did try to go for me first there. Obviously, because I went for Substitute, he can't copy a move, so my Kingdra is all comfy cozy behind a sub here. I still got my Lumberry intact, which is always a great thing. And I didn't really know how I was going to take out this Lickalicky, to be honest, just because Lickalicky, his especially defensive from the damage we saw from Psychic, which is kind of rare because you don't see a lot of things in VGC running like max HP, max special defense, or something like that. But anyways, I'm going to go for Protect because, again, I don't want him going for me first and potentially hitting me as I hit him with Psychic, but he's just going to end up going for the Body Slam on my Kingdra, and obviously because I use Protect, he can't hit me. So this Kingdra is honestly posing a problem for him at this point. His Thunderous is very low on HP, and should he lose his Lickalicky or switch it out, I will be able to outspeed it and take it out because, you know, even he's only got Prankster, so T-Wave and Taunt won't do much for me. But he's going to switch out his Crest here. He's going to show me his last, which is Breloom. That thing can actually be a problem because should he choose to go for Mach Punch on my Kingdra, I will lose my sub. and that will require me to set up again. But this turn, I'm going to go for Protect with my Cresselia, as I'm going to go for the Surf. He did try to go for Protect with his Licky, but he got paralyzed, and that definitely might play a role here, because as you guys see, I'm going to go for the Surf, and I'm going to end up scoring a crit on his Licky, which is pretty nice, but he is going to have his Citrus Berry activate. So now he's back up to around like 35%ish, which is going to be rather annoying just because, again, he is max HP, max special defense, and everything on my team hits off of the special end of the spectrum. So that is that. And yeah, I'm just going to go for Protect here because I honestly did not want Breloom going for Mach Punch, breaking my sub, and forcing me to set up again because I was just really paranoid that his Thundurus would come in, T-Wave me, and burn through my Lumberry, and that could just cause problem after problem after problem. But goes for Protect with Breloom as I try to hit it with a Psychic, and once again he tries to go for me first, but I just went for Protect because, again, I did not want that Breloom hitting me with a Mach Punch. At this point, I was more afraid of his Breloom than anything. So, at this point, the score is 4-2 Kaneziken, and all I've got left are my 2 Swift Swimmers, and thankfully my second one is Ludicolo, so I don't have to worry about Breloom going for, like, a Grass move and, like, taking out my Ludicolo in one shot, but I felt that this was an odd play he did here. He goes for the Mach Punch on my Ludicolo. I understand, yes, my 2 pokes do outspeed him, but I don't know. I felt like he should have gone for it on my Kingdra. I felt like if he took out the sub, it definitely would have put a lot more pressure on my team. But I am going to go for the Surf here, and I am going to do that strictly to get Ludicolo's Absorb Bulb activated, and that way I can take out the Breloom with an Ice Beam this turn as well. So, Breloom definitely gone. Again, I felt like he could have played it better. Definitely could have Mach Punched my, my sub away, and this thing could have been a much bigger problem than what it was now. But he's going to go for Protect here with his Thundurus, as I'm going to go for Protect with my Ludicolo, because I know Thundurus can outspeed this Ludicolo. As I am just going to go for a Surf this turn. And I do quite a good chunk to the Licky. I mean, again, I think Surf and double its power and factoring stab is like base 102 or something. But I believe he went for like the Body Slam or the Me First. I didn't see right there. And obviously because I protected myself, he can't hit me. And the reason I went for a double Protect here is because I didn't remember how much Surf did last time, and I thought I did like 20, so I figured I would kill off my Ludicolo if I didn't try to go for Protect. But lo and behold, I live with 7 HP. Always a good thing. But he switches in his Crest here after his Thundurus, and now he lost his Licky, which means the rain is up now, which means both of my pokes are outspeeding everything on his team, and that's pretty much game at this point. I mean, he has nothing to outspeed these things. I don't think he has T-Wave on his Thundurus. If he did, maybe he might have gone for it on my Ludicolo. I don't know, but I'm going to go for Protect here with my Ludicolo as he goes for Protect with his Thundurus, as I'm just going to fire off a rain-boosted Surf, and that does quite a good chunk to the Crest. I think he said he was also like max HP, max special defense on his Crest, or somewhere close to it. But he's going to go for Icy Wind, obviously because I'm behind a sub, and Crest doesn't have the greatest special attack, and Icy Wind just not being stabbed and very strong. My sub will be able to take that. And I believe this turn he just ends up going for the Helping Hand, and this is pretty much the last turn. I'm just going to go for a Dragon Pulse on his Thundurus, easily be able to take that thing out, and I believe I just went for a Giga Drain with my Ludicolo on his Crest. And that is going to be the 2-0 victory in my favor. Great game, Kane. When we were playing this, it was like really intense. Like, I really I don't know, like it was just like one of those feelings like when you have like a really good battle and it's just so tense and you don't know what's gonna happen. That was definitely this match, just because that Licky was a huge problem from the start. I had no real effective way of taking it out, but still, it was a really good game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. They're generally, a VGC match this long, you generally don't get them, but the longer ones tend to be the better ones, especially the ones that span out to like 10, 12, 14, 16 turns. But that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I promise I'll get you guys a singles match next time, okay? So until then, guys, later.